Have you ever wondered how much Steve's suit costs? You know, Steve, the default player in Minecraft. He's been around since 2009, and let's face it, we've all played as him at least once. Steve's look is practically a trademark, with his iconic blue shirt, blue jeans, and grey shoes. But how much would this outfit cost in the real world? Well, let's find out. To calculate the cost, we first need to figure out Steve's clothing sizes, which we can do by analysing some pixels. Minecraft is all about blocks, and one block equals 1 meter by 1 meter, and each block has a 16 by 16 pixel grid, so therefore 1 pixel should be 1/16th of a meter, or around 6.25 centimeters. Remember that. Got it? Good. So now, using these measurements, we can start out by calculating his shoe size. Steve's grey shoes are 4 pixels long, 2 pixels tall, and have a 3 pixel backing. Basically shortcut boots. In real world terms, the pixel to reality scale would put these boots at 25 centimeters long, making them approximately a US men's size 7 for shoes. Now, these boots are tough. Steve runs, swims, hikes, and sprints across stone, lava, and even soul sand without a single scratch. Clearly, these are top quality boots. Looking online, a pair of size 7 grey hiking boots with this level of durability would cost around $200. Next up, Steve's trousers. Steve's waist is 24 pixels wide, or in real life terms, 150 centimeters in circumference, and his trousers are also 12 pixels long, translating to approximately 75 centimeters. That's, quite an odd shape for trousers, as that would require a size 60W31L in the real world. Which, fun fact, most real people don't have the build of, you know, a blocky demigod, so not many trousers of this size even exist, because, just for some context, the average width size of jeans for men in the UK is around 34 to 36. So this much larger jean request will likely require the skills of a professional tailor to actually come into existence and fit our good friend, Steve. So let's just assume $50 for some big, blue jeans, and an extra $50 for some high quality tailoring, bringing a total of $100 for the jeans. Steve's bright blue shirt, with the same 150cm circumference, which is huge, and just to reiterate, is 50% larger than the average American. But Steve is also going to have a shirt height of 12 pixels, with a slight overlay over his jeans, so we can assume that this is roughly 75 centimeters tall. Additionally, Steve rolls up the sleeves of his shirt, and it does have a slight V-neck to it. So we could assume with all these features, this shirt may be a little oversized for Steve, and so given his larger frame, we may assume that this iconic blue shirt has the size of a XXL. Now, luckily, even big oversized shirts aren't too much, and it's entirely possible to get a blue XXL shirt online, just like Steve's shirt, for as little as $30. So the outfit has a total of only, what, $200 plus $100 plus $30? So like, $330? That's not too bad for this classic look. And hey, it's the Minecraft Steve. For him, that's probably not that much. But wait, it might actually be a little more than that price tag, because Steve's clothes aren't ordinary items. For instance, they just never get wet. Ever notice how Steve stays dry after swimming, or just standing around in the rain? His clothes are fully water resistant, or even hydrophobic, repelling water entirely. So what does this mean? Well, the clothing is going to cost more. In fact, if Steve used the most effective hydrophobic methods of modern nanocoating technologies, which are basically the use of extremely tiny particles to bond with the fabric, making the item highly water resistant, costs could increase nearly 30%, adding approximately $100, pushing the total to $430. That's starting to be quite a bit of money for a rather basic outfit. But wait, it gets even more expensive. After all, Steve's been rocking the same outfit since 2009, through fights with creepers, swims in the oceans, and mining marathons. And yet his clothes look brand new. No fading, no rips, nothing. This kind of durability suggests ultra high quality materials and dyes, likely custom made. So let's triple the price for that, covering the bespoke tailoring and premium fabric. $1,290. But wait, it's about to get even more expensive. Steve can walk through fire and swim in lava. Regular clothes would disintegrate instantly, just like you would if you don't subscribe in the next 10 seconds. Go on, do it. Press that subscribe button or you will melt into nothingness. Sorry about that one, and carrying on. Steve's outfit remains intact even in those harsh, extreme heat conditions. Lava can be as hot as 1200 degrees Celsius. No regular clothing would survive that. So how does Steve's clothing do it? Well, to understand that, let's take a look at a real-world example of people who actually go near lava. Volcanologists, which is just a fancy word for people who study the processes and deposits of volcanic eruptions. These intelligent scientists wear aluminized suits. Think of these as like the real-life equivalent of netherite armor, which consist of heat-reflective outer layers made of aluminized materials, such as aluminized fiberglass, which reflect radiant heat from the lava and shield the wearer from extreme temperatures. Additionally, materials such as Nomex and PBI, which is this, so good luck saying that, are also used. These fabrics are known for their heat resistance and are often used in flame-resistant clothing. They are quite lightweight, but provide significant protection against intense heat. Nomex, for example, is commonly used in firefighting gear and suits for industrial workers exposed to high temperatures. Additionally, these volcanologists have thermal insulation underneath their heat-resistant outer layers. They do this to maintain their internal body temperatures without turning into, you know, some soup. These thermal liner suits are made of high-performance materials, such as fiberglass or Kevlar. So in some more simpler terms, these people use highly specialized, and therefore highly expensive material to survive in the heat. But what does this mean for Steve? Well, it means that he's going to need something more advanced in those suits, because Steve's outfit can sustain longer periods of time in more extreme heats of even molten lava. Not to mention his clothing items are more flexible, use less fabric, and are way more stylish. And yet, Steve is still effective at guarding against heat. Well, at least to a degree. Regular suits for volcanologists can cost as much as $20,000. But Steve, with his specialized clothing of greater heat resistance and greater style, will cost more. How much more? Well, it's hard to say. But since Steve is the only one to wear such clothing in the entire world like that, all the research and development costs into creating such an outfit would hence be passed on to him, if this was a real-world clothing item. So we could potentially assume that Steve's entire outfit could cost upwards of $10 million, since the real-life costs of volcanologist suits development have ranged up to $2 million. And Steve's suit is far more complex, and thus, probably far more expensive too. So let's just say the cost of Steve's clothing would likely be a lot of money. Probably not a specific number that we could calculate, but definitely in the millions, due to the great complexities and high research costs that would be needed to create such a powerful set of clothing. Wow, that's probably something only a subscribed person, or, you know, a billionaire could afford. In fact, maybe you can do that too, because in this video I'm going to teach you how you can become a billionaire in Minecraft.